Hi and welcome to my channel. So the single largest, most painful expense you're going to have in your adult life is spending money on rent, is paying house rent. So, and look, I'm going to tell you right now, straight up, any money that you're spending on house rent is money lost. Any money that you're spending on house rent is money wasted. You know why? Because you should have bought a house yesterday. But obviously, because you didn't buy a house yesterday, you're watching this video now, the next best time for you to buy a house is now, today. And look, before you think this is all crazy, I want you to leave a comment in the comment section. Do you currently pay rent or not? If you didn't pay rent, what would your life look like? How much money would you have extra if you didn't have to pay rent? I want you to leave a comment in the comment section because look, and by the way, if you're new to the channel, it's such a pleasure to have you. If you're a returning subscriber, it's a privilege to have you watching these videos over and over again. I do appreciate your time and I hope that you find them useful and helpful because look, I'm all about bringing you the best opportunities when it comes to investment, when it comes to career progression, when it comes to moving in the UK, making your life beautiful in the UK, loving this country and making the most of all the opportunities that are there. So I've set up a series. This is the first video in a series of videos all about buying your own house today, owning a property today. So if you're keen and there's anything about housing that you want or that you need to know, you must subscribe right now so that you're notified every single day at 8 a.m. when I drop a new video on this channel. And like I say, this is going to be a series, which means I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about owning your own property here in the UK, from the advantages that you have, starting to buy a house. How do you save money? What's the best way? How did I do it? Because look, I own my own house in the UK, but it's not been an easy journey. So I'm going to be sharing that journey with you, what we did, how we saved, and everything else. So you want to make sure that you're subscribing and staying tuned. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be telling you 4 reasons why you must buy a house today. So, by the way, you need to leave that comment. If you didn't rent, if you took your house rent off, how much money would you be left with? And look, if you're in a country like the UK, let me tell you, most people in the UK will pay between £700 and £1,000 in rents, every single month. That is more than half of your salary. If you're a carer, for example, you're going to be earning around £1,200, £1,300 every single month. If you're paying £700 in rent, that is more than half of your salary gone on rent only. Can you tell me how much you're going to have left? Almost nothing. And this is why many people are unable to live on their own. Many people are unable to live independently. Many people are unable to live a good life in the UK, enjoy the beauty of this country, because you have to share a house with other people. Otherwise, you will not survive. And so that's why I'm here to tell you the advantages that you have buying your own house in this country so that you leave the rat race of renting and losing valuable money. Look, if you pay a house £700 every month for 10 years, how much is that? If my maths is right, that's about £84,000. £700 every month for 10 years is £84,000. That is almost £100,000. What would you do with that money? If you had that money and you were investing it in your own house, that is £84,000 that you've spent over 10 years without you even knowing. And look, this is the first reason why you must buy a house. Because if you're not buying a house, you're paying someone else's rent. You're paying someone else's mortgage. Why should you? That is stupid, crazy. You should be paying your own rent, paying your own house, paying your own mortgage. Don't pay someone else's rent. That's the first reason why you should buy a house, because it is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Look, we rented a house for 3 years and paid £750 every single month for 3 years. Guess how much you spent in that house? That was almost £28,000 over 3 years. It's a lot of money. What could we have done with that money? That money is more than how much we actually paid on a deposit to buy our own house. And only then did we realize that it was all stupid what we're doing. And look, buying a house in the UK is not as complex as it seems. It just seems like, oh my God, so difficult, so complex. It isn't that complex. And look, in case you're wondering who I am, my name is Melvis. I currently work as an advanced nurse practitioner. I also have a career coaching service where I support with career progression in the UK, nurses, carers, midwives, student nurses, people that want to get into nursing in the UK. I'll get you the best pathway for your personal circumstances. And look, one thing I'm going to tell you is that if you're part of my private coaching program, I have access to some of the best mortgage brokers in the UK that specialize exclusively on healthcare staff, healthcare professionals. And look, even if you're coming to the UK today, you're in the UK for one day, they can get you a mortgage. Because when you're working in healthcare, you have the advantage of job security because look, there's a shortage of skill in this particular sector, which means that 100% you're guaranteed to have a job tomorrow. So this is a huge asset. And so because I've got many people in my coaching program, I'm able to negotiate some really good deals for the members. If you're part of my private coaching program, I can support you through that process. And look, you're going to pay absolutely nothing for the pleasure. Because like I say, I can have deals with financial advisors, mortgage brokers, because I have so many nurses, carers, student nurses, midwives as part of my program. So please, 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 I don't want you to feel that buying a house is something complex. It isn't at all. Because like I say, once I was able to find out how easy it was, I was like, OMG, what have I been waiting for all this time? So this is a series that I'm going to be doing, bringing you everything about buying property in the UK. So you want to subscribe, you want to make sure that you also join my newsletter, which I'm going to leave in the comment section below. When you join the newsletter, any update, any opportunities, I'm going to drop them directly to your inbox. Most importantly, if you want to work with me one-on-one and benefit from some of these services that I have, you need to join my private coaching program, and then we can then work from there. Otherwise, it's obviously not a sustainable thing to do. So the best thing is, the first reason is it's crazy. You should be paying for your own house, not paying someone else's, because it is crazy, like I've said. The second reason, like I've said, is it's not that complex to buy a house. Once you know how to go about it, you're going to be like, Melvis, thank you so much. Why was I even alienated? And look, even if you have a visa, you can buy a house as well. You don't have to be a British citizen or a permanent resident, in the UK to buy a house. You don't have to be. Let me tell you, there are people who've never stepped foot in the UK. They own real estate in this country. They own property. They own, every single asset here. They have not even stepped foot. So if you're physically in the UK, look, you can buy a house today. That's what I'm telling you. Because only when I did it that I was like, oh my goodness, why was I waiting all this time? So that's the second reason. The third reason is that house prices are always going up. Currently, there's a recession, but look, no matter what is happening, house prices are always going to go up. Even if they don't go as fast as they would if there wasn't any recession, they're still going up either way. Definitely, they will not be coming down. So if you're buying a house today, not only are you going to pay less for that house today, but look, it's going to be worth more tomorrow. That is a guarantee. And let me just put this into perspective. When we bought our house, it was just a plan on paper. It wasn't built. It was just a plan where we had to see like a replica house to see what the house was going to look like. We saw that 2 years later, when the house was built, the new houses were over £20,000 more expensive than the house that we had bought, exactly the same house in the same area. But because we bought our own house 2 years prior, it was almost £20,000 cheaper. So you can see that indirectly, how much money have you saved? And this is just the empty house without you even moving in and doing any work. Because look, some of the people, when they move into a house, they do a lot of work. For example, they'll put like these fancy tiles, they put like fancy things, they'll put a conservatory. All those things are going to significantly increase the value of your house, which means that the best time to buy a house was yesterday. And look, the second best time is now, today. Tomorrow, you should not consider any tomorrow when it comes to buying a house, because look, it's not a coincidence that the wealthiest people on earth, the wealthiest people in the world are all invested and heavily investing in real estate. You cannot see anybody who is rich and wealthy and their money is not going into real estate, because that's where the money is. So that's the third reason. The fourth and final reason why you must buy a house today, if you didn't buy it yesterday, obviously, is the fact that having a house is money. That is capital. Because look, if you need money and you have a house, you can actually go to the bank and say to them, look, I want to start a business. I need £30,000 to start a business. And if you have a house, they'll give you the £30,000 for your business. If you don't, it's very difficult, because that collateral is like a guarantee, that you can take money. And look, I'm going to tell you about debt. There's good debt and there's bad debt. Good debt is something like a mortgage, it is good debt because you're owing money, but look, you're paying that money. It's like it's your money. So that's good debt. Again, if you want to start a business and you've done your research, you know that that's a lucrative business. You know that that business is going to bring you a lot more money. It is worth investing in. And that is why a house is going to bring you a lot of money. If you go to take loans, or you want to invest or even buy another house, if you already own a house, you're going to be able to have even more. So the more houses you own, the more they're able to give you. And the truth is, I have one of my mentors who is into real estate, and he's been teaching me about everything real estate. He's like, Melvis, you know, they literally live on loans and debts. Why? Because you own those houses. You own a house, they're going to give you more money. It's a crazy world. And look, please, if you're watching my videos, if you're on this channel, I want you to have the best opportunities. I want you to live your best life. I don't want you to be losing money on rent. I don't want you to end up 10 years from now when you've paid £84,000 to some rich, wealthy person who owns your house, and yet you've got nothing to show for it. Because, like I say, working to get this money is so tough, it's so hard, and that is the reason why you should buy your own house today. Even though, like I said, the best time to buy was yesterday. You didn't buy yesterday, fair enough. You found this video now, and I'm expecting that you're going to be buying a house. So leave in the comment section, what do you want me to do? What videos do you want to do about buying a house? Because, like I say, this is a series, where I'm going to be talking about everything buying a house in the UK. How do you save to buy a house? If there's a particular aspect, you want maybe the most affordable places in the UK to buy a house, the best way to buy a house, just leave it in the comment section and I'm going to do that research for you. Like I say, I've got mentors who are heavily invested in real estate. I do appreciate that not all of us can have access to this information because look, it is very, very expensive. Some of these coaching programs that I've had to join about real estate and housing and things, I have had to pay thousands of pounds, to these people to get access to their mentorship because it is something that is valuable. You know what I mean? It is valuable. So I want to make sure that you're getting the best opportunities. If you're watching my videos, like I've said, I bet if you haven't subscribed, I don't want you to be a stranger on here. I want you to be part of the family. And being part of family means that you subscribe because you want to be notified every single day, 8 a.m. when I drop a video on YouTube. Because look, I'm on a mission to retire by the age of 40. And if you want to retire early, you need to be thinking about business. You need to be thinking about entrepreneurship. You need to be thinking about investing. You need to be thinking away from, 9 to 5 job, Monday to Friday, because there is a place and time for that. But long term, that's not what's going to get you to retire early because month in, month out, you're going to be broke back to the same level. So my purpose is to bring you those best opportunities. Again, if you haven't joined my newsletter, like I said, don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. Leave a comment below. What do you want me to talk about? What are you interested in? Do you own a house? Don't you own a house? If you did own your house, what difference would that make to your finances? So again, I'm Nurse Melvis and keep watching the videos. I've done videos on this channel about various side businesses you can start, how to earn extra money online. These are some of the fantastic ways that you can use to boost your income. And like I say in this series, I'm going to be bringing a lot more to you. So thank you for watching the videos. Keep watching all those videos and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.